welcome back to Myra Lorraine, my YouTube channel, and thank you all for stopping in. As usual, you know I love it when you guys come back and watch my YouTube channel. And for all of those who are new to the channel, hey girl, hey, it's Myra. So I wanted to tell you all, I just took a little short break after the hashtag BHM Pattern Designers Challenge. That was a super fun challenge, and oh my gosh, I got some really nice pieces out of it. And if you haven't seen any of those videos where I did that, I will actually pop those videos up here somewhere up top so that you can go back and take a look at those videos and see what all I made. But oh my gosh, I'm ready to get back into it now. I have a list of things to do for myself. I do have quite a list of things that I want to do and get done before summer gets here. And I also have a small list of subscriber requests that I have to fulfill too. So I think I only have maybe 2 left that I said that I would actually do. But what I wanted to share with you guys today is not, I'm sorry, it is not. I know you guys miss me, but what I'm going to show you today is something that I don't normally do, and that's crafting. But while I was on my break, I decided to do something because it has been bothering me, really bothering me. And I'm going to have to show you. I'm going to pop a picture up here, and it's a picture of my chair that I sit in, excuse me, at my sewing table. Now this chair, I don't know if you notice, and I'll zoom it in if you can't see it, but it has stitching in it right across the bottom seat of the chair and across the lumbar support. Okay. Myra has a problem sitting on anything that has stitching lines. If I sit for more than an hour, it starts to bother my sciatic nerve. Can't do it. And it has started flaring up. So I decided that I was going to purchase me some cushions for the chair. I thought that would actually work really well because I have been sitting on a pillow to try and help alleviate that, and it worked. So I knew I needed cushions. Oh my gosh, and I went looking for cushions for this chair. And as you notice, I'll pop it back up here again. The chair is a little oddly shaped, especially on the back. And the front, the bottom seat is a little shaped a little different. It's just, I probably could get away with a round cushion in there, but the pillow that I was sitting on was actually a rectangle like you have on your bed. So it was big enough to fit and push up so that it fit across the stitching line in the seat and the stitching line on the lumbar support. So I knew I needed something that was going to cover those areas. It has to. So looking online, I couldn't find anything that would fit it based on the dimensions and fit it properly. So of course we sew. So what do we do when we sew? We actually make something. So that's what I decided to do. So I went on a search to find some pillows, not pillows, some cushions that I could use and cover. And I had in my mind exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted a memory foam because my pillow that I was sitting on was memory foam and it felt wonderful. So I had to have memory foam. Well, I actually found a memory foam, and I'm looking down at my notes so I don't forget anything, but I found a memory foam on Amazon. Of course, Amazon is some of our go-to place for shopping, definitely mine. But on Amazon, I found this foam. It was a 2-inch by 20 by 20 square. And I purchased 2 of these. They were about $29 each, but I purchased 2 of them because I needed one for the back and one for the bottom. Now, when I got this foam, when it finally arrived here at home, what I did was I measured the back width of the chair, and I measured the width of the seat as well as the length of the seat. because, well, I measured both, back and the seat, length and the height, because I wanted to make sure that it fit that way. So what I did was I went ahead and I put the measurements, I marked the measurements actually on the actual foam with a marker. And I don't know, I'll bring pictures up of what it looked like after I cut them out, because after I cut it with the measurements, it was still pretty much a rectangle for the back piece, and it was more of a square for the seat piece. But I wanted it to fit the shape of the chair. So I put the back piece back in the chair, and I situated it right over, and I think I'll show you a picture of that. I situated it right over the seat part so that it would be at the right height. And I turned the chair backwards, and I traced around the back of the foam according to where it was on the chair, and then I cut that out. So now I have a back piece that's shaped like the back of the chair, and I have the bottom, the seat piece, that's shaped like the seat of the chair. Okay, now I needed to get me some fabric, and I knew what I wanted in my head. I wanted something that was a heavy, durable fabric, like a scuba. Something that was nice and heavy, that would be durable, that could stand the wash if I need to take it off. I knew I wanted to put a zipper in it, and I wanted the zipper where it wasn't noticeable. I did want an invisible zipper, but I didn't have that in my stash, and I didn't feel like running out to get, well, no, I should take that back. I have a roll of zipper tape, and I wanted to use it up, and it's not invisible. But I'll show you a picture of the zipper tape. I bought it last year sometime, and I bought it by accident because I thought I was buying a zipper, and I ended up buying a roll of zipper tape. It was only $16, but wow, did I get a lot. So I want to use this up, so that's what I used. So anyway, I took off and I went to Joann Fabrics and I looked for this fabric. You won't believe this. This is the very first time, because me and Joann, we don't get along together. You know, I use them for, what can I say? I use them for notions and a lot of things like that. But in most cases, fabrics, occasionally, if I stay away a long time and I go back, I might find something that I like. Well, this was one of those times. When I walked in, I knew that I had to go in the knit section. When I went to the knit section, you will not believe it, my eyes went right directly for this fabric. Couldn't believe it. It was perfect. And I looked at the content of it. It was a scuba combination with, I think, some nylon in it, I believe. No, it was polyester, whatever scuba is, I forget what it was, but it has a texture to it, a nice, not rough texture, but it does have a texture to it. Now you'll see it at the end, because I didn't snap any pictures of the fabric, but of course you'll see the pillows at the end. So I took this back home, and what I did was I placed those two foam pieces that I showed you, and I'll pop the picture up here again. I took those two foam pieces and I placed them on the fabric, and I placed it, of course it was right sides together. It wouldn't have made any difference, but they were right sides together. And then I cut both, for two pieces for the back and two pieces for the seat. And in this picture, I will show you how you see the fabric sticking out around the edges, because I left a 1-inch seam allowance around everything. Now, the bottom of each of these is almost slightly straight. It's not rounded, it's straight. And I'll bring back up the picture of the two on the table so you can see. That's where I decided to put the zipper, because the zipper on the seat would be towards the back of the chair, and the zipper on the back of the cushion would be on the bottom, so you wouldn't be able to see them anyways. So I went ahead and I sewed the zipper in first, and then once I sewed the zipper in, I opened the zipper. You have to do that. Remember to do that, ladies, if you're creating a pillow. I opened the zipper halfway, and then with right sides together, I stitched all the other openings closed. And then I turned it inside out, and voila, I had my cushions. Now, Once I got the cushions on the seat, and I will show you a picture, now you'll see the fabric of the cushions covered and in the seat. When I went to sit in the seat, it was sliding around, and I didn't like the way it was sliding around. What was happening was, when I moved my chair forward or backward or whatever, my seat cushion would slide forward and make the back cushion have room to drop down. So it's like, that's not gonna work. So we're gonna have to stabilize these. So what I decided in my head to do was to put some Velcro strips. Now, I did not want to mess up my chair with any glue. I didn't want to mess it up with anything, just in case, you know, when I take my cushions off, you know, I don't want my chair ruined, you know, especially if I'm going to donate it or something after years. I didn't want it ruined. So I decided to do Velcro on it, and I wanted to find some of the Velcro with adhesive back, something I could take off later. So I went back to my favorite shopping store, Amazon, and I found these industrial strength adhesive strips, and they were by the pair, which was cool. They were 1 inch by 7 inches long, and I got 12 pairs, and they were only $9.98 for the 12, which was amazing. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but my memory foam, I purchased 2 of those, but they were $29 each. So yeah, it was a little bit pricey, but this is a custom cushion for my chair, which for me, I thought was amazing. I thought it was a really good price. But anyways, and the other thing, what else did I get? See, yeah, that's all I got. So I got the Velcro strips, and I put the strips, I actually took one off and I put it on the front of the seat cushion, just on the front edge, to prevent it from sliding forward. That way my back cushion wouldn't drop down, because it would always be resting on top of the back one. Now for the back cushion, because it was so large, when I put my first strip on, I put it down too low. So I didn't want to remove it and mess up the adhesive. So what was happening was, whenever I would get up out of the chair, it would kind of lean forward a little like this, like it was pulling away from the fabric. The fabric was still stuck to the cushion, but it was pulling away. So what I decided to do was actually put a second strip just slightly above that first one that I did, right towards the edge, top edge of the back of my chair. And that actually took care of it. Now it sits straight up, and it doesn't pull forward or anything, and it's perfect. It doesn't move. I can tell you, because I was sitting in it while I was at my computer for a few hours today, and it never moved at all. So it's perfect. And I'll show you pictures of what I was talking about with the Velcro on the chair here, where I put the strips on the front, just one on the seat, and then the 2 on the back of the chair. And then I'll show you the cushions, where I actually put the cushions, put the Velcro. Now, and this was a trick that my husband told me, because he's always so cool and helpful sometimes, but I should have known this, being a sewist. He told me to just put the loop part of the strip right onto the chair. It's onto the chair Velcro, just attach the 2 together, and then place my cushion against that so that they would line up perfectly. Boy, did that work. When I had the 2 strips on the back of the chair, and then I had the coordinating strips, I had no strips on the back of my cushion. I just pushed it up against the ones that had the adhesive on it, and they stuck perfectly in place. So that was a really great tip that he gave me to do that. I should have known how to do that anyway. But that was it, and it was all done. And now you can see pictures. You see a picture of my chair from the front and from the back, and it's perfect. I love it. My fabric matches my chair. It looks good. It feels wonderful to sit in. So, and you know, when we're sewing for hours, we have to be comfortable. And I love this chair because it's so adjustable. It can move forward, backwards, up, down, tilt a little bit. I just love this chair. I got it at IKEA, I believe it was. Very comfortable chair, except for that stitching for me. It might not be for anyone else, but for me it was. But love, love, love this chair now. Absolutely love it. So that's all I have for you guys today. But I will be coming back and getting back on my regular schedule soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon in another video. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, comment below, and tell me what you think of my chair. And subscribe if you want. And I sure hope you will. See you soon. Bye now.